founders are not supposed to tie everything onto them.
Certain decisions, when you are making them, it feels so right for you at that point.
Yeah.
But the other person who is not in the boat sees the full size. So they know, oh, this is the size, this is the magnitude of the decision you are making. This is the magnitude of, let's say, the negative effects it can have on the business.
Yeah, businesses like that, yes. Once the founder has an issue or has a public scandal or anything, it means the business cannot move on anymore. It affects the business directly.
Pour yourself into people, right? People you are working with. Make sure, however you want things to be done, you train them accordingly. Welcome to another episode of The Business Doctors. Today we are talking about a topic that is very, very key and very important to businesses and then business owners. I
think today's topic is a very important one and very prevalent in our working environment. It's one of the problems that is having its toll in businesses. It's about businesses depending so much on founders. Businesses depending so much on founders. You know, I would like to know from you, Paakodie, if you've had an experience of that, working in any corporate organization or working in any business before, where you realize it was a kind of business that depended so much on a founder. And we know probably some of the disadvantages of that.
I think the disadvantages is more than the advantages you can get, definitely, because teamwork, they say, makes the dream work. Right. I think personally, I've not really encountered that, because most of the people I work with, I make sure they understand me even before we start to work. Yes. So it wouldn't get to that point for me to realize that the business depends so much on the owner. But what I think is a problem with that particular thing is that, you see, when the business depends so much on you, right? It looks like everybody is waiting for your call. You get it?
Yeah.
And ideas, the ideas to run the business, they are not all in your head.
Yeah.
Yes, so if everybody is waiting for you to make the call before everybody moves, it looks like when you don't have any ideas, the business is stagnant.
It doesn't move.
It doesn't move. And the time your ideas might even come might be late for a particular thing we want to achieve. You get it? So the reason why the team is even important is that when you have a block, someone else might have an idea. And it makes it so beautiful. I don't know why you would want everything to depend on you.
Yeah, that's a very good submission, because teams are very important in running businesses. So if you build a team and things are being decentralized, I think things will not really depend on the founder to call the final shots, as you are saying. In instances where he delays or he is not available, it still does not affect operations. So setting up teams in place is really important. And when we were about ending, you did say something about why, like, founders are not doing that, because it will help. And I think it's about trust issue from my point of view. Because for a founder of a business not wanting to set up a team and always wanting the vital and the key decisions to always come from him before the business move from one stage to the other, is all about trust issues. Probably he or she doesn't trust the people around him enough. The kind of people he or she has employed, he might see them as not fit enough to run whatever business they have to for him. But I think that shouldn't be the case. Businesses should be built beyond founders. You have the vision, you bring the business to life. You've done your part. You've done your part, you could be the main financier. And taking key decision probably on vision and where the business is supposed to head to, but not really in the daily affairs of the business. You leave that one to the team to handle, because within the team, there will definitely be individuals with different expertise from their backgrounds who will help push it faster than always relying on the founder to always come and call the shots before the business move to the other stage. And in doing this, if you think you have trust issue with your employees and you don't believe they can do the work enough for you, I think one of the things founders need to do is always find a way to upgrade the skills of their employees, organize constant training for them to make sure they get to the level they expect them to be. So if you're having this kind of difficulty, you're having this kind of trust issue, and you're not making any deliberate step to put in the training for these people, then it means the business is still going to be stacked on you.
But I think having a trust issue is not anything you can just forgo like that. But that's why you need to put in systems to check whatever flaws might be there. Because if you are talking about trust issues, then it means you shouldn't even be doing business with anybody.
Yes.
Because they can also dupe you in a way. So if you are talking about trust issues, then maybe you should be an island. You should be an island.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you are doing business with people can also mean that it will get to a point they will show you something.
Yeah.
You get it?
Get it.
Yes. So if you have trust issues, put in systems to control that. You can't do away with that.
Yes. I think that one is a very good solution to most of these problems. You systemize it, you make sure there's a system. Now, if there's a system, at every given point in time, everybody knows what to do. We know consumer acquisition turnover, as and when we are onboarding a new customer, or after a lead is being generated. The whole team knows the process is supposed to go through. They don't need to come back to the founder for him to tell them that, okay, now after the person has discovered our business, we have to now link the person to the marketing department for them to do a follow-up call. Once they are done with the follow-up call, we go to the founder. Please, we are done with the follow-up call. What's next? Before he issues another directive. But if it's systematized, there's a system and everything is under a properly structured, how do I say, organogram. If there's a properly structured things will not really be going through these kind of, oh, let's go back to the founder for decision. So I always say you can't scale up without building systems. Okay, so if you've not systematized your business, don't start thinking about scaling up because you scale up with your systems. So if the systems is properly built, you can stay away from the business for a period of time. The systems will run itself, and through that, you can scale up. 2 branches, 3 branches, 4 branches. But without system, anytime the business is supposed to scale up, your presence will still be needed. And it's really going to hurt the business big time.
And you see, one thing is also that you as a business owner, you are more like the general overseer, right? What you can do is make sure you inspect. My pastor often says that people only do what you inspect. Yes. Whatever you leave to chance, they will let it die. People do what you inspect. So as a business owner, you're more like the general overseer. Inspect whatever has to be done. Make sure it is done. If you leave it to chance, people will make your businesses collapse. I tell you.
So more like the senior auditor. So if you still want to be involved in daily operations or daily affairs of the business, you can probably take up that role. Sit back, lay back.
Rather than internal one.
Yes, lay back. Check out the system that you've rolled out for your employees to follow, or the structure they're supposed to follow to run the business. Then you do the auditing. You make sure, are they going according to the path I asked them to? If I was to find myself in the business on a daily basis, the things I would have been doing that I have delegated to them, are they doing it accordingly? Then you come in. When they are going wayward, then you correct them. No, you're not supposed to go this direction. With that one, the workload comes down. Your workload comes down. The team has a bit more freedom and an enabling environment to execute whatever tasks they have to do. So founders are not supposed to tie everything onto them.
Charlie.
And also there are instances where founders are like the face of the company. I'm not really against that. But in a situation where the founder is being the face of the company to the point where his absence means the company moves no more, There are businesses like that, yes. Once the founder has an issue or has a public scandal or anything, it means the business cannot move on anymore. It affects the business directly. But when the founder finds a way to detach himself from the business, being behind the scenes and doing the audits I'm talking about, I think if anything happens to the founder as a person, he stands alone from the business. So the business still have the chance to move on and take decisions, and operations will definitely continue without affecting other stakeholders they are working with.
And as a business owner, you are more like the source of the business, or the source of, let's say, whatever goes on in the business. You are not meant to be a container forever, right? So as the source, you can be sourcing from so many angles, right? The fact that it has to pass through you doesn't mean you are supposed to make the decisions by yourself, right? Yes, because you are human. You are human. You have flaws sometimes. Sometimes you make decisions that don't even make sense. Let me excuse me for my word. Yes, sometimes you make decisions, and you see, certain decisions, when you are making them, it feels so right for you at that point.
Yeah.
But the other person who is not in the boat sees the full size of the boat or the ship. So they know, oh, this is the size, this is the magnitude of the decision you are making. This is the magnitude of, let's say, the negative effects it can have on the business. Sometimes you are not even previewed to some of these things because you are in it. You don't see the whole size of the boat.
Yes. And I think if you are a bit laid back or you are out of it, like you are saying, you get a chance to see things than you are always in it. That's why in businesses or in companies, we have different departments and we have departmental heads. So you are in a company and your production head at the production department is in charge of that section alone. Everything that happens on a daily basis, he's privy to it. And he's in the thick of affairs. If you need any detailed information about that department, he's the right person for you to ask. Rather than you going there directly and trying to gather the information yourself. There might be some things you might not even see within like 1 week. But the one who is always there will notice it within 1 day. So you need to rely on them. What do you think about this situation? I want to do this. You being in that department, what do you think will help? Then submissions will be made, deliberations will go on, then the best decision is made. If not that way, and it's all like, okay, there's a problem at the production department. Okay, let's call a founder. Hello, our production department, one of our machine is having this issue, blah, 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 blah. From where you have no, let's say, training or direct education in fixing machines. So you need to rely on your engineers and your production people. But if you claim to be like, I'm the founder, I do everything, without me the business doesn't run, you try to fix it.
Yeah, collapsing your own business.
Not just you collapse everything. You might send the machine to a state where it can never be repaired again. That day production will not go on. You lose tons of money. You lose a lot of your customers. Like the ripple effect on the business is going to be so big.
And sometimes I also feel like for businesses or business owners who more like you are what the business is. Let's say if you're a carpenter, right? That's what the business is. The business is carpentry. You understand? So in that manner, I think pour yourself into people, right? People you are working with. Make sure, however you want things to be done, you train them accordingly. Because now you see, if you don't take care, you might end up doing every single thing. You burn out.
Yes.
Because the business is what you do. It's all around what you do, carpentry. If you don't take care, they will do something and you are not so happy with it. You are not so in tune with whatever they do. You end up doing it again. Meanwhile, you could have just directed them, next time maybe you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. If you don't do that, you end up doing everything, and sometimes you don't even meet deadlines. you're always having problems with your customers because you have to do everything on your own. Meanwhile, you have people you work with. If you are not there, it means they are not working. They start to work when you start to work. It becomes a problem.
Behaving more like Captain America, hero of the day. With the example you made, let's say it's carpentry. And I think it's one of the main reasons founders feel like without their presence, the business cannot run.
Yeah.
And with their involvement, they can do it better than any other staff. Let's use an example of what you just said with the carpentry stuff. Now, I think the main question I would ask any founder, okay, in that sector is, do you really want to run just one carpentry shop? Or do you want to scale up to become a very big business in the industry you operate? If your answer is the second one, then you have no business being there on daily basis and carving woods. What you have to do is take them along, whoever you want them to assume the daily work positions, who is going to head the operations, who is going to do delivery, who is going to... You gather all those people, go through the normal workflow with them on daily basis, okay? You go through with them on during several times, and you automate it. You automate the systems. Okay, every morning you're supposed to move this to the other side. Once you move it to the other side, call the supplier to bring in the glue. When the glue is in, we look for our sandpaper. We make sure this is done. Once it's done, we call this customer that we are delivering it. The delivery rider is around at a certain time to convey the final product to the customer. You do this with them, then you automate it. How do you automate it? You find a way that you will lay back and you watch your people, you watch your employees to ensure that whatever workflow you took them through is going accordingly. So if the workflow is supposed to go in a lateral way and you see that it's going the zigzag way, that's when you prompt them that no, based on the operations you guys had today or the past 2 days, it's not in accordance with where I want the company to be and the sort of daily activities I want you to be performing. But if you don't do it that way and you find yourself in your working chair and you are like, yeah, I'm the founder, I used to do this before you guys even came into me, I can do it myself. Fine, you can do it, but what if you have a contract to produce like thousands to chairs within a month? Let's say a big contract for senior high school, provide school tables and chairs within a month. Can you do it alone? You can't. But if your workflow has been automated and been given to your employees, I think even if it's a contract that requires a huge volume of delivery within a certain short period, with your employees being so conversant with your workflow, they can bring in supportive staff within that short period and still translate that workflow to them to help you complete that task and still get your money. But if everything is with you, the ideas are still in your head, you are not sharing with anybody so that you feel like I'm the boss if I'm not in the room. I think in this stage, I don't even understand people who gatekeep information, and if you gatekeep, AI will give it to certain people.
I think it's a geographical problem. Yes, especially the way it come down here to, let's say, Africa.
Yeah. Okay, so the gatekeeping issue, as you were saying, is more like geographical problem. It's very bad though, whether it's geographical or it's something that is globally. It's still bad because I don't know why people don't see it that way. I think it has to do with mentality of people and the preservation of power. Okay, probably people feel if I share everything with my employees on how to do it well, one, I'm decentralizing my power and I'm diluting the authority I have, because now they'll feel like they know how to do everything, and they might not hold you the founder in that much regard as you are the top guy. They can also think that, okay, once I show you how to do everything, you can stop the work and go and start your own business. But as any serious founder, this should never be a threat to you, because whatever venture you are going into or industry you are going into, you are definitely not the first person.
That's right.
Someone probably started before you. You copied from their blueprint. So why are you scared someone can also? Now, the moment that fear comes in, Then it comes back to the fact that probably your business does not even have an identity. Do you even have a brand in the first place, or it's just a business? That's when those questions come in. So if you don't have a brand and it's just a normal business, that's when you are scared of decentralizing your power down to your employees to enable them also take decisions that will help propel the business from one stage to another.
And not everybody is even meant to stay. Some are just meant to pass through you, take something from you and move on. If you realize it this way, I think it will be better for you, because you might want to keep everybody, even those who are not meant to be kept.
Meant to be kept.
You get it?
Yeah.
Let's liken this to the life of Jesus, right? Jesus came to this world, met a lot of people.
Yeah.
When the time came for him to select people to work with, he didn't choose everybody. You get it?
Yeah.
He made sure he chose the people who can do the work by whatever standards he chose by. You understand? And even with the 12 he chose, right? He let's say he had 72, right? Out of the 72, he chose 12 of them to be more closer, to share certain details with them. So you don't share everything with everybody.
Yeah.
And even among the 12, he still had the 3 that he still went upwards. Yes. So there are levels to these things. You don't share every information with everybody. There are some information that you need to bring the 3 and then give it to them. They understand the vision to the core.
Yeah.
And there are some informations you can share with the 12. And some of the informations you can also share with the whole 72. As a business owner, you should know this hierarchy. You should know these demarcations and know how to deal with them. Yeah.
And with the fear of you thinking employees will leave and all that, I think it's about loyalty. You know, sometimes founders want the loyalty of their employees. Yes, you can get the loyalty of the employee, but there's no guarantee that that employee is going to work with you their entire lifetime. The same way, you're not going to get a customer that is going to deal with you for their entire lifetime. There are no loyal customers. There are no loyal employees. But there are loyal systems and structures.
Systems will never fail you.
If you build your system and structures, they will be loyal to you than any employee or any customer may be. The best you can get from any employee or customer is probably they working for you for a very long period. But there's no guarantee that it's going to be for life. The earlier a founder understands this, the better. There are some founders who are so keen to that point that they feel you owe your lifetime to me. And the moment you move on, it becomes a different issue. It becomes a different issue. So I think founders need to find a way. If they want loyalty, they should be investing in systems and structures instead, rather than employees and customers and thinking they are going to be loyal to them. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should be wrapping up our times. Yeah. But wrapping up, I would also want to liken it to something more like let's say a pregnant woman, right? No, it doesn't matter how long you keep the pregnancy. Yes, there is weight in the pregnancy. Yes, and you might think that your ideas carry a lot of weight, right? But keeping it for so long doesn't produce anything new until it is delivered. Yes. So as a pregnant woman, yes, your ideas might carry weight. It might sound so, let's say, delicious. Yes. But it doesn't guarantee anything new when it's not delivered. So as a business owner, you should also take that into consideration. Yeah. Now that will be my final words.
Sure.
You have any final words?
My final words would be founders should find enough trust in employees, in the sense that when they share their vision and then they delegate duties, they should make sure the workflows have been automated and every employee have been shown how to go about their daily activities by drafting or showing them the standard operations of the business. After these things have been done, and a founder still have a problem or is still never okay with his or her business running without his or her presence, then that founder himself has a big problem to deal with. If you can't stay away from your business for 3 months for it to run without you, then it's not a business. I'm sorry. It's not a business. You are the business in that sense. And I think we need to grow past that. Founders need to grow past that because there are much important things for them to be doing than always being in the daily affairs of the business.
Okay. So this has been a wonderful episode. I believe you took so much from this, as I also did, because some of the things I spoke about, I didn't even plan them. It just came. So it was also a blessing to me too. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching this episode to this point. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Share, like, and then give us a comment too. We'll see you in the next one.